Hello everybody, we're in Panama City Beach, Florida. Real pretty ocean here. It's got a nice aqua color out there. Let's see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Before we get on with today's beer, I've got a soapbox to get up on big time over the Magic Hat. They were bought out a couple years, maybe 3 years ago, by some big conglomerate, the ones that does Genesee and several other garbage beers around here, and a lot of them in South America. And now they've initiated a lawsuit against West 6 Brewery. I think they're out of Kentucky or somewhere over near here. I'm in Virginia. Over a name of a beer. I mean, we're home brewers and craft beer enthusiasts. We don't need to do this litigation. I mean, collaboration is better than litigation. And it's just uncalled for. And Magic Hat being on top of that, I don't think I've had anything from them was worth a crap to begin with. So they are officially banned and barred from Gregsbeerreviews. I won't be doing anything that conglomerate garbage company puts out. So I had to get up on there. Everybody that's seen my Facebook posts in the last day or so, I don't support them any longer, and I will not review any beers produced by this company. As far as I'm concerned, they can burn to the ground. So that's it. No more Magic Hat and anything that conglomerate does. We don't need that kind of attitude, and we don't need that kind of response in the craft beer community. So if they want to be like that, get the hell out. So they're done. They are done. Left my hat off so you can see the expression on my face. I'm serious about this. They are absolutely done. And you see a new case sitting here. I got my humidor here. When I was in Louisiana down on Bourbon Street, I was introduced to a real tasty cigar, and I didn't even smoke. And this was so tasty. The other half liked it. She was puffing on it as much as I did. So when I got back, I tried to find where I could get that in town, and I found it and ordered me a little box to put it in, and got us a humidor sitting here, and got some. I probably got about 20 cigars in it already. So you may see some cigars. I don't know if I'm gonna get into reviewing them. I'm still a rookie and novice, just getting started. But there's one here that called Eileen's Dream. It's made with white truffles and Irish cream. Oh man, you can almost eat it. It tastes and smells. I mean, it smokes and smells so good. So you might see me with a cigar on some of the reviews. I don't know. I don't want it to corrupt my palate while I'm doing this. So guys, we're going to get on with this, and I've been rambling on long enough. This is from Blue Mountain Brewery out of Virginia, a couple hours up the street here. This is their Steel Wheels ESB Ale, which is an extra special strong bitter. This is a 6.50 ABV. The food products of this cuisine is barbecue. The cheeses are buttery brie, Gouda, Havarti, Swiss. Your nutty cheeses, Asiago, Colby. And the meat is pork and game. Glassware is pint, Beckerstein, the mug. Got the pint glass for this one, guys. And the beer is 6.5. You can cellar it a lither while, but I wouldn't cellar it too long. I'll probably have this one a couple of months, so I wouldn't try to cellar it too awful long, I don't believe. But that's entirely personal preference. If you'd like to cellar your beers, the biggest thing I got about cellaring beers, a lot of them develop all that gunk in the bottom if you don't do them fresh. And I'm running into more and more of that of the really aged beers, 2 and 3 and 4 year beers that I've had in the refrigerator. Got a lot of junk in it. I got a Dogfish Head out a little while ago and put it in the fridge up here, and it's got that much white stuff floating around on the bottom of it. I just don't think that's supposed to be there, guys. Let's get the cork out of this one, see if I'm going to need pliers or anything. It's probably tight, but I believe it's going to come out. I hope it don't gush. I've had enough of that. A little bit of smoke, a little bit of pop. That's what we want. No gushers. It does have the foam rising up to the top of the bottle there, very slowly. That's just perfect. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. It shouldn't come gushing out the top. We're going, since it did have that little bit of foam there, I'm not going to pour it too super aggressive to start off with. I don't want a big 3-finger head on this beer. And this is the bigger bottle here. This is the, I don't know if it's 750. 1 pint, 9.4 fluid ounces. So let's get this one over into the light. It pours a tangerine red color. Fairly well carbonated, a lot of bubbles streaming up from the bottom, reinforcing that head. And on that pour, we got just a little more than a finger of head. Let's give a nose on it. I'm getting molasses, a caramel malt, a slight woody pineness in there too. I do sense a hot presence in this beer, so I wouldn't cellar it too long. And this wasn't a super pricey beer. I think I paid like 12 bucks for this beer. It'd been better if it was 9, but you know, this one came from up from Wine Gourmet, and they got a large overhead over there, so they had to charge a little more for their beers. Smells very sweet, toffee, caramelly. It's a hint of pininess. So let's give it a hit, see what it's all about. Cheers, everybody. Fairly effervescent on the tongue. Not a lot of taste, fairly bland. May have kept it too long, guys. Very easy drinking. I don't taste any of the alcohol. Not tasting a whole lot. Very light, almost sessionable. I was expecting just a little bit more on this one than I'm getting. Slightly bitter, astringent taste there. I'm sure from the hops. This is right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. I'm on the fence right now, guys. I'm going to let it warm up. Give the other half of this to the other half and see what she thinks of it. And maybe it'll change a little bit for it before we finish the glass and change my mind. I'm not super impressed right now. Stick around. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. I'm gonna be honest with you. These guys are, I consider them local because they're a couple hours up the road here, but I'm very disappointed with this one. For a $12 beer, it's not worthy. I'm not saying that to hurt their feelings, but it doesn't do anything. It's really fell on its face now that it's warmed up. I'm giving a little apples now that it's warmed up. It's almost like a bitter apple too. Slightly above average, guys. I mean, I'm not super impressed with this one. I don't chug. It doesn't have the taste. I looked at the cork and it says Best by March 2013, so we're a couple months past prime. But still, it should have a little more taste than that. Even for the style. Somebody who drinks Budweiser Middle Coors may like this because it doesn't have a whole lot more taste than one of them. So, not impressed, guys. I'm gonna give it to 5, which is a B minus. Probably won't pick this one up again. Not at that price. Even a fresh one, I don't think it's going to impress me enough if they're using the same recipe. So, that being said, it is what it is. That's what I'm going to give it. Beer Advocate gives it an 85, which is in their good range. And a Rate Beer comes up with 81 overall, but 94 in the style. Not getting that at all. I really don't think it fits the style. It doesn't have enough taste for me. Even though I'm a hophead and I like the stronger beers and the stouts and the porters, this just doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough of hops, malt, or anything. It actually smelled better when I first popped it than it did at the final chug at the end of the beer. As it warmed up, it did not improve. So, as a matter of fact, it got worse. I'm going to stick with the 5 that I gave it. 81 overall, 94 for a Rate Beer, guys. So if you've had this one, give me some comments back on this one, whether you liked it, loved it, best thing you ever had, worst thing you ever had. Let me know what you think, guys. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. Screw Magic Hat. They're out of here. Let's go look in the fridge. I guarantee you it won't be a Magic Hat tomorrow. See you.